All right, and we are live. Hello, hello. Okay, so it was echoing in here in the studio. Hello, how are you doing? I hope you had a great week. It is Friday. Oh my gosh. Brand new month loading. What is going on? The year is ending. What have you done with your 2019? My name is Amina Abdi Rabah. This is TTTT. We've got Cindy. We have Mato. What's up, guys?
Yay!
How are you?
Happy All Saints Day.
What?
The happy day to you.
1st of November is All Saints Day.
Oh.
Yes, the day we celebrate All Saints.
Me, I'm just thinking November, haingoji.
There's a sense of All Saints.
Friday to pop.
Yeah.
Hello, Numbers Day. What it do, what it does. You know, these are those days where like a lot of texts will sound like this.
Yeah.
Uko.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Unadu?
plan, form. Like today, a lot of, you know what I mean? Like people are just going to be wasting other people's salaries.
You know.
No.
Christmas is around the corner, which is something good to look forward to. I'm
Actually,
a Christmas person.
And some malls have already started putting up the decorations, which I do not understand.
People usually start putting it up like in July.
It's good cheer.
Like, and then for the next 6 months, we just have the decorations because it's from Christmas to Valentine's and then to Easter.
And then the dry season, that is June, July.
Yeah.
I'm a Christmas person, so I'm all about the carols, all about the decor. I love it, I love it, love it.
I feel like, you know, genuinely, it's just a wonderful time for everyone. For a lot of people, because that's when you meet a lot of family, the ones who were, you know.
Yeah.
Deported, they come back home, you know. And but it's a wonderful time. But the year is over, you know. I can't believe it. It's just flown by. Do you feel like you've utilized this year? Did you do something meaningful, Mato?
Actually, I have done a lot that is meant to pay off probably next year.
Okay,
so let's
so
call it tilling the land. Tilling the land.
You're boiling next year.
Tilling the land. Yeah.
That's
so
good.
probably I hope it pays
It will.
off
You have to speak it into existence. What about you, Cindy?
I don't feel like I did what I should have. I know that I've made milestones, but I don't feel like I exhausted the year.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had a couple of more months, probably I'd have done more.
Okay.
What about you?
I feel like I haven't done ish this
yeah?
entire.
No,
let me
you
tell
did
you, I love to
28 hour
cuss. Let me.
marathon.
Yeah, that was that in November. Okay, first of all, I feel like this is after exams, and then I'm asking everyone, Woli Pata. They're like 4.2, 4.1. I'm like South Africa. I'm like, how did I get South Africa? But it's okay. Mine was that. So, but it's okay. We still have a few more days till the end of it. Hashtag TTTT, of course, on send your opinions and your 2 cents on what we're going to be talking about. Starting off with Suburbia, hello, in Karen, a pride of lions. Did you see that? They strayed from the Nairobi National Park and they had been spotted walking past the Africa Nazarene University in Tuala area. Members of the public on Thursday morning reported seeing lions near the residential area, prompting immediate response from the Kenya Wildlife Service. Now, they've asked residents of Ongata Rongai to report them, you know, if they see them, if they sight them. They don't, of course, you know, run, not run, sorry, they don't script, they don't run. They don't, you know, like, just
they don't scare them.
They don't panic, they don't scare the animals.
When you see them, just start chanting Nazingwenya Agadi Gibaba Azihu Wenya Wenya
No. One. Okay,
No,
perhaps.
That one lion picture that you took, that one.
I know, right?
You're milking it for
I
us,
have
man.
to, because it's actually my screensaver, so I have to. Let's zoom in.
Hawawezi kuzuia.
Always zoom in because
too
you
late.
just blacked this.
So tell the viewers why you speak Lionese.
You know, like everybody's deepest, darkest dream, nightmare. My nightmare, true story, and I'm hand to chest, is being mauled by a lion.
Well,
Like, true
it's,
story.
I don't want to be on to tell you, Cindy, but if you live in Nairobi,
I know
it might happen.
I cannot.
I didn't want to be the one to tell you, but I feel like Halloween, this is just
You
a
know,
time.
like let's be true. That's one of the reasons I've never gone to Mara, and I'm not interested. I'm deathly afraid of wild animals and being molded by lions.
But something's going to kill you anyway, you know what I mean?
I know, but let not be lions. Man,
Actually,
they
you'd rather
tear
go-
you limb from limb, they chew your jugular.
You'd rather go by lion than be mauled by hyena, because hyena will eat you alive. Uko hapo unalia,
but they're
inakukula
still
tu
eating
bado,
you.
but still eating you.
Anyway,
But
sometimes
what are the chances of me running into a hyena? You know, we actually go to
Anyway,
death
but
traps
don't
for
you-
holidays.
You done it to hyena faster than the
I'm going on
lion.
holiday. I might be mauled
I know,
by
and you know
a
they're
lion.
not fenced, right?
No, it's
They're not
just
fenced.
weird. No, it's
Anyway,
weird.
but if you think about it, we are sort of like sometimes being molded by the government. So it's
Yeah,
like,
well,
it sometimes just feels like just being
Why
told
they're
from
not
limb
being
to limb.
chewed?
Just, you know, just sometimes.
Chewed
Now,
alive.
if we go to Mombasa, I feel like Excellency, who you up, huh?
Yes.
Hey, a Mombasa-based lawyer has gone the extra mile, legally changing his name to His Excellency Honorable. See, people said he will not amount to anything, and he will not become somebody. Hey, you will know you do not know. Now, in the Kenya Gazette publication of the 16th August 2019, Dr. Nashon Fitzwanga has added the titles only reserved to the heads of state, heads of government, ambassadors, certain, so royalty, others holding equivalent ranks, and he's decided that Tamimi.
This is
I'm
ridiculous.
important.
What's a title?
Who do you need to know to be able to change your names? By the way, I just want.
What do you want to
You
change your
just
name
go
to?
to the registrar.
But you see, there's some
Would
people
you
who
change
go
your
through
name,
hell.
by the way?
I wouldn't.
I don't
You
know.
would.
Right now, I
Like
have no
Daddy
reason
Mato.
to. Like it's already my name.
No, no, like,
my
you
my
know,
son
like
calls me
Daddy
Daddy.
Like Mike
Other people
Sonko,
call me
like
Mato.
Baba
So
Yao.
Daddy Mato.
Would you add like
No, like
Martin
Waitito did.
Githinji, Daddy Mato? Would you?
I don't think so.
I would add
don't
like
think so.
I wouldn't add like a, that sounds like a stripper's name. I don't know. I mean, Daddy Mato just sends a very different message
Daddy
from
Mato,
what
give
you
me a
are
laugh.
intending.
Really?
But I would, like, genuinely, I feel like my parents were not as creative with my name. My mom was said she was tired.
But
she was
Amina
like, she was just like, what do we
Amina
call
is
her?
like a
Just
name.
Amina is a
Jadiliana with
good
like
name.
the
Our
stamps
parents
were
like
there. The guys were cleaning. It was
And
like,
Did
what
you
do you
get that a
think?
lot? Amina.
Oh yeah.
I think
Yes,
probably
people
the-
used to sing. Yeah, I got used to it.
The problem
sing.
would be when somebody is given a name that does not look like them.
Okay.
I've seen a Clarice who does not look like a Clarice.
Yeah.
First of all, let's start with the name Clarice. I feel like if we're going
Just,
to
you know, like if
be
you say it
helping-
wrong.
Oh, sorry, Clarice. So you see, that's the thing. That's the thing. They do not look like a Clarice
Clarice.
or a Clarice.
how
That
do
is
you
so
name
true.
your
Like
toy
those guys
Clarice?
who have Caucasian names,
Yes.
and then you meet them and you're like, well, you do not
Not
look
look Caucasian.
like a
But
Brandon,
there's
you
some
know?
names you just don't give your kids. Clarice, Dixon.
Trachisius.
No, I think
Don't.
Dixon
Wait,
is not
no,
a.
Dixon is
I
not
mean,
a bad name.
really, what is their
You could-
nickname? Today, this century,
Calling
this
your
one,
child
Rombosa,
Dixon. I know.
Katika
Okay.
Tuserereke,
I'm saying
Napoleon.
there are names that by the 5 years from now there'll be another Sheng word that will mean something else.
No, no,
Where
no.
if you name
Dixon
your
is
child,
everlasting.
No, even there's another one, Pusey,
apologies to all-
P-U-S-S-E-Y-Y, no.
to all the
Yes.
kids
No,
out
no,
there.
Yeah.
This is wrong.
You know,
no.
we no longer, it's now a cat. We cannot put the P-U-S-S-Y before the cat because
Yeah.
we're just in another generation.
That is very true. It's a different
Yes.
type. Listen, why don't you do this? Tweet us with names that you think should just not be names, even if it's your name. With that hashtag TTTT, send it to us. Amina Abjoba, Daddy Mato, Zaddy Mato, or
Yes.
Cindy. We're going to read your comments right after the break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching TTTT. And welcome back. All right, so we're taking a look at some tweets. Mato, what are you telling people? What are people telling you?
Hey.
All right.
Actually, naming your daughter Samantha in this generation would be traumatizing.
So funny as we have a Samantha right here in studio.
Oh, sorry, Samantha. I'm dropping my kid.
It's so true though.
Unless it's not Sabina. You know.
What's wrong with
Wait,
the-
what's wrong with
Joy.
Sabina?
Joy,
Yeah,
Sabina,
Joy you can get with, but if it's Sabina, you just have to be Sabina
Ah, yeah.
Joy.
Kuna umesema the name Lodoketkito.
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 What's that?
Turkana
That's
yani
her name, for real.
mpanda mti. Watching from
Why?
Turkana.
Why?
Someone watching from Turkana.
Mpandamti is a name.
Turkana
Koloni.
yani
I
mpanda
bet the
mti.
people call Ineos now. You know what I
know, right?
I'm so sorry. Anyway. All right, so now keep on sending them in at the Trend Live is how you could get a hold of us, all right, and send that message in with the hashtag TTTT. Now, let's move over to Tanzania, where my good friend and comedian, winner of the 9th Big Brother Africa Hot Shots edition, Idris Sultan, has been ordered to present himself to the police after he posted an altered photo of Tanzanian President John Magufuli. Now, he swapped heads with the president, and then he posted the picture on his social media pages as he wished the president, oh, happy birthday, oh, yeah. You know, in TZ, they don't play those games. They don't think
Wait.
it's
Actually,
funny.
it wasn't Magufuli himself who actually called for him to be arrested. It's some police officer somewhere who is just asked by
Some
social
Dr.
media.
Honorable.
Yeah,
But
by
they've
social
learned
media.
that trend from someone.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, well, they did it in Burundi.
people are shocked that the
Nkurunziza, his photo was chorrowed some things on
Yeah,
his
in
face, and
school.
then the schoolgirls were arrested.
yeah.
It's a clear sign of dictatorship. I mean, allow people to have fun. I mean, it's harmless fun, and they're just, you know,
Wishing him a happy
wishing
birthday.
you a happy birthday.
That's a lot
It
of
wasn't
love.
anything sinister, you know,
That's
like
somebody with 4.5
posting him in a very
million.
raunchy position. It was a very nice
That's
picture.
true. That's also another fear I have. I feel like on the show today we're just talking about general fears that people have. That's one of the ones I have.
People taking your picture and
Yeah,
posting
you know
it.
what I mean?
Photoshop.
That
you know,
happened
it happens.
before with
Yes.
like Farid Kimani, my was with someone else, and I think it was like I think it was Lona Irungu. Yeah, someone photoshopped a video or a picture.
Remember what kind
That
of?
sort of
Oh,
thing
you
can
were
really
in
ruin your
high
career, your
school.
reputation.
So-
And it was a lie. 'cause
You're trying to
it
say I was
photoshopped.
studying, yeah. I was
Let's
busy
chill and have
having
a
a
good
life
time, people.
in school. I was
People
busy
can have
having
fun.
You were
life in
having a
school.
life in school.
Yes.
What kind of
Yes.
life was there in my male boarding school? Please say.
Oh, I was never in school.
Mato.
Daddy Mato.
I was never.
Started
No
in
weekend.
high school.
No weekend was I in school.
Daddy Mato is a name that he got from high school.
Yes.
No.
I
wonder
okay,
why.
the next story. I get it now. I get
Something
it.
about
Cindy, we've
nicknames.
talked
It
about
makes so much
this.
sense.
Cindy, we've talked about this.
No,
and you know
let's
it's
talk
not.
about open
yes,
up.
Okay.
sawa.
Were you in high school,
It's okay.
Mato?
We love you as you are.
Yani leo mmeniweka katikati yenu mnifanye hivi. It's
Whichever
okay.
way you orient
I will
yourself.
survive.
Anyway, listen, but some people will not survive because apparently ugali more expensive than chapo. How this
What?
happened, we don't know. How we got here. Our favorite food is now cheaper than our staple food. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the food you used to have to look forward to only have once a week because
Yes, yes.
you know, it's beyond budget. Well, now things are changing. Do we have that story or not, Mike? All right, fine. Okay, so now there, who is
Ugali
that,
now
by the
more
way? This
expensive
guy
than
was this.
This was
Usually this picture, was it a real?
around the area when the structures were being demolished
Oh, okay.
along the road.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's actually, I think I actually feel the pinch because even in my monthly shopping, the packets of chapati that I buy are less compared to the packets of unga. It just goes to show you that, you know,
Chapati is less compared to unga.
chapati is less compared to unga ya
Ugali.
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 So unga.
Ngano is the one for chapos.
Yeah, yeah.
Unga ya ngano, I buy less packets than unga ya ugali. But it's also because my nanny is Luya, so. The quota just goes up.
But I had a household who was like, Mama Tumi sasa lazima tuongee juu ya hizi pasta.
You know, like you guys, it's true.
Ati
My
hizi
nanny
mchele
is like,
hazitasaidia.
hatuwezi
Ati,
kuleka mchele
hatutafanya.
kila siku.
Mahali nili feel sad ni we used to have a domestic manager who was so good at cooking ugali. Kusondeka ugali ile vizuri.
Yeah.
We used to, I could have that ugali with chumvi peke yake and I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't
What
need
ugali
water.
is this?
Like it was so
true
good.
now,
She's
but
from
it's true.
Kitale.
Yeah,
They
it's
they
There are people who
they
get
toa
it.
maize from the shamba put wanasiaga
Have you
wanatengeneza
noticed,
ugali.
especially, you know, if your nanny is from Kitale, Western, making
Yes.
ugali, it's like,
It's
you
like
know,
nothing.
they are
Yeah.
chatting on their phone,
Yeah.
they're
As they're
filing their
cooking
tax
tea.
returns, and they're just songing that ugali.
For 20
Use
people.
that time. You've taken mittens.
Yes.
You've put the cloth in water a million times.
Unga imemwagika kila mahali, maji,
Akotivo, with a
umetoka.
raha and sufuria. Pap!
Heshimu talanta za watu.
Actually, it's true.
Heshimu
That is a
talanta
talent.
za watu.
That is a talent. Listen, when we come back after the break, we need to talk about talent, but people who are playing around with people's talent. The Kenya Rugby Union was auctioned over debt. What? Let's talk some more after the break. You're watching TTTT. And welcome back to TTTT. So someone just sent in a tweet and said a name like Trabai.
Oh, whoa, whoa,
And
Pole
I'm
kwako.
like, yep, a name like that, and my son still happened. It's
I know, right? Lots of rabs.
Lots of rubs, rubber,
Oh, Rabs.
No rubber. No rubber. Anyway, yeah, that's funny. Okay, so now, I don't know. Do you guys want to talk about the governor's clothes and how expensive they are?
I don't
Yeah.
think.
Imagine I don't.
Even me, I don't.
Yeah,
I also don't.
I'm happy to skip.
Ooh, even
Yeah.
me, I really am. Oh my gosh. Thank
Yeah.
you to our producers, Kingori and Denga.
Oh my.
Obsession with clothes.
And
I
for
don't
the
know.
cost of things.
But let's talk, yeah, because it really gets me angry. You know what I mean? It really, really pisses me off. But anyway, now let's talk about rugby. Now, auctioneers on Thursday drove into the Kenya Rugby Union Secretariat in Nairobi and announced and carted away property with millions of shillings. Now, Nairobi News understands that the auctioneers were representing a client who is seeking to recover 4 million debt extended to the union. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this story.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
And the problem is because the government has not paid to the union the money that it's supposed to pay to the union. Yet there's somebody buying a shirt worth
And that is why it's
60,000 or
upsetting to
shoes
talk about it. But
100,000.
Let me really do-
granted, that's a different docket. This is the Ministry of Sports. And there's a school of thought that, you know, some guys are saying maybe perhaps the Ministry of Sports is overstretched because every league, volleyball, handball, tennis, football, rugby, they all go to the same union for tickets, kits, allowances, and probably the budget that they're given is not enough, and that is why we're having all this hullabaloo. That's a school of thought, because there's another school of thought that says they are given about 160 million, and it should be enough. It's just that some of it is carved off, and then
I feel like, the latter.
You know,
the latter.
They budget for 160 million, they are given 80 million.
They're given 80 million.
Yeah.
So there are two schools of thought. But you know what's really upsetting is we were so, betting companies are killing their youth. But they're actually doing something
They are the
about
ones.
sports. You know that they're out. Yes, they were.
Catch
That was
22.
what I was going to say too.
Catch
Yeah.
I was going to say, they were
actually doing
contributing.
something about sports. Even if you go to look at European leagues, they thrive because of sponsorship from betting companies. It's not a big deal. But here, it's about a push and shove, and it's very unfair to ask a company to pay 14 billion shillings of random tax out of nowhere.
Well,
Yet
first of
they
all,
have
you
been
can't say out of
contributing.
nowhere, because Cindy, come on, they make billions of
They
shillings.
make
Come on.
billions of
That
shillings,
is
but
true.
they're a profit-making company. So if
I
they give
think-
to Caesar what is Caesar's, Caesar says, give me 20, I give you 20. Caesar can't go like, no, you still have a lot more, give me 40. Then that's not business.
I mean, that's also true, but remember, we do live, I think, in a very reactive society where, we react. We don't, why were there no, policies in place to regulate these,
Then
you know what
put the policies
but you see,
in
we're
place, but
also
don't
a
overtax.
third world country, Cindy, so you have to
Yeah.
remember that some of these things that are very, normal in the West are things that we have never experienced in our country, so we don't really know how to deal with them. They sort of just happen and then we're like, you're making too much money, wait, stop.
But business
Yeah.
practices are business practices. We have one of the most profitable companies, Safaricom, mentioned their half-year results. And we're talking about 180 billion. And nobody's saying they're making too much money. Reduce, why don't you make the same money as the other telecommunications company? But when it comes to
Well, there
betting,
have been a lot of conversations.
all
about
of a
that.
sudden we are
Monopoly,
being righteous and
Using
being youth and
bundles is more addictive than even betting.
it is. So I find it just
Aye.
totally ridiculous.
No, okay. Now, Matu, do you want to say something?
No, it's fine.
Okay, great. Now, moving on to our final story. A young woman in Texas who remained awake for her brain surgery was able to speak to doctors during the procedure. Viewers from around the world looked as she was operated on, as all these doctors just worked on her. Over 100,000 people. Did you guys see this?
Yes.
Were you watching?
It's very
I
tricky to
didn't watch it live.
Okay.
What really made me happy, or rather, just the thought of that, as they're doing the surgery, there are places that they're touching and then telling her to say specific words so as to know,
see if the-
Yeah.
what
the nerves are
place,
still
what
functioning,
nerves
yeah.
are they touching. So I was wondering, is there like a place if she was saying, today is the day, Daddy the Korea Koge, that's the language. Oh, sorry, that's the language one. Leave that one. Let's go to the next one.
That's the money one. That's the money one. That is the money one. But you know something else is also happening online. I saw this earlier today. Now, Ethica released a new song. What is it called?
I've
It is a
actually
new
just
song.
seen it.
So now, Ecstatic,
Firimbi or
who's an
something.
artist, shared online that she feels like, okay, you know what? I love all these, jams that are coming out, but some of them are a little rapey, such
Yes.
as this song. And she's, she was so concerned, saying, can you imagine all these predators or soon-to-be predators who you're giving them an anthem? Because I think Wangoma inasema kumwaga
Tarimbo.
bila
The name
permission,
is Tarimbo.
kukanyaga bila permission. Yeah, kukanyaga bila permission, kumwaga sijui.
You're
But
kidding.
yeah, that's what it says. Something like that.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
So what
I haven't
does that
heard the
mean?
song.
When you
I
say
find it so
hakuna
disturbing to
permission,
hear.
what is that? I mean, sometimes they do it for like it rhymes better, the
Yeah.
flows better, I think.
Yeah.
But
But I don't understand.
The message,
what kind of tag are
see,
you
this
making?
is the thing, like their message has never changed. It's still been consistent, and the same way people loved them at the beginning, you will either have to accept them as they are. Because I initially had a problem with this, but you see,
Really?
people said,
Are there
no,
lyrics all
you're being a
rapey?
gatekeeper, you don't want these boys to
More than
thrive,
referee.
yeah, stop that. But you see, their message has not changed. They're still talking about the same things, doing the music the same way.
the wording, come on, Mato.
They're still doing
Bila
the same
permission,
things.
bila permission.
But you see, that's the thing. I'm saying it's not good. It's not good. But tulika tukasema figure
Oh,
imebamba.
like we allowed
Yeah,
the
we
previous
allowed
songs.
it. We allowed the
So,
previous songs.
yeah.
Wakaona,
Sort
oh,
of like
it's okay. So they're pushing
we
the
gave them-
envelope
I see
one
what
step at a
you-
time.
Because there's one, in one
step
of
at a
those
time.
songs they say tubakane. Right?
Maheni.
No, not this one. No, one of the other ones. I did Pifiga or the other
Oh
one,
my
right?
gosh,
But
I'm from a different generation.
And people are
I
just
didn't
like-
even know about these boys till
Yeah.
we talked
When
about
they were
them
in
on
high
the
school,
trend.
you were
Well,
Getting your second born.
Retirement Benefits Authority.
Guys.
I was getting my pension.
Tunakutana Kencom, Cindy. It's all right. It's all right.
I just said second child, you said pension.
No, it's okay.
It's fine. It's okay. Listen, but you know, there's a lot of influence and the jam is jamming. But do you think it's one of those things where people say, you know, it depends on the context?
I know this one. Form and content is...
Actually,
in this case, I don't think it applies.
I wouldn't say
Like
much
the B
about
word
it,
and things.
particularly because I haven't heard the song itself, other than from the things you mentioned that are in the song. But like I said,
But
their
I'm not sure
message
how much
has
more of the
always...
song you want to hear apart from
Exactly.
Those
Nyaga
particular
Bila
words.
Condition, na kumwaga. I'm like, is there anything you're like, oh, that's not
Stuff
so
to your
bad. Let
context.
me still listen to the rest of it. They must have had a
Lakini,
point towards the end of the
Huyo
song.
kijana wangu kajaribu kuimba wimbo kama hizo.
Na ataimba.
Nitamukanyaga bila permission.
Oh, the day he cried. And
Yeah.
that's why if you're watching this, it's past your bedtime. You're in
Yeah.
serious trouble.
Really?
The day, yes, he has an 8
Yeah,
p.m.
me, my
bedtime.
mother
Even
said
though it's closed school, bedtime is bedtime. The day he tried Wamlam, hey!
You didn't say Wamnyonye?
No!
Why?
Wamlam, hey! Grabbed
You're
him.
such a gatekeeper.
Such a
No
hater.
way. I
Such a hater.
walked his butt. There's no way.
Okay,
My
so
kid is singing Wamlam.
Umlambes.
You know he might just be
Naiwake.
watching, by the way.
I don't think you can't run away from it. I think, you know, just talk to your kids, just be like, okay, unajua wakiimba tu hivyo ni ngoma. I don't
The
know, you know,
music will
like,
still be
ni
there.
ngoma
For
tu wachana
talking, me,
nayo.
I believe in our
Wengine-
parents. So, chapa kesi baadaye.
You see, the music will still be there because even as I was growing up, there was music that I was not allowed to listen to.
Yeah.
But you see,
I wanna.
like,
Oh, but no, come on, no. Actually, wait a minute. That's true. We did listen to Sexual Healing. We did. We used to sing, I wanna ride.
Yes.
You don't know,
Yes.
what do you mean? I
realized
wanna
R.
ride, I
Kelly.
wanna ride.
That's
all
actually one
night.
thing I
You
realized.
don't know
I
what
was
you're singing.
re-listening to some of these old school
Time.
jams. I was hearing them afresh. And there are words I didn't hear back then,
Yeah.
I'm hearing now.
If you were
They
a
would,
kid, let me borrow
they
a
put
kid.
out like two
Hakuna
versions.
pesa,
Like one
hakuna
version.
version.
And a dirty version.
Yeah.
Hizi zetu za huku.
Zote.
That is zote.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Mato.
Thank
We're
you,
back
thank you,
at 10 p.m. The show is going to be nothing but fire. It's going to be really, really hot. Make sure that you tune in. My name is Amina Abdi Waba. Adios. Time now for the news. Good evening.